Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at this USB powered grow light. This allows you to grow plants indoors under artificial light, and this is LED based. Now you might be thinking, why would you want to grow plants indoors? Well, there's a few reasons. Let's say you live in an apartment and you don't have any windows which get enough sun to grow plants, but you want to grow basil and other herbs and things like that. Well, this could be your option. Or let's say you want to grow your seedlings indoors and get them strong enough before you put them out because the sun is too harsh, it's too windy, or there are pests or cats or things like that that will disturb the plants, because baby plants are very vulnerable and they can die very easily. Now when I say baby plants, I should say seedlings, but you get the idea. Now being USB powered, you could potentially power this from a power bank, but I think most people would use a standard AC adapter like this, or any USB adapter that comes with your phone or tablet or something like that. So let me just plug this into the wall quickly. Now this one has two different settings. This is the low setting and that is the high setting. Now you might not notice much difference on the camera because it automatically adjusts to the brightness. Now you would have seen it looked kind of purpley because it's got a mix of red LEDs and blue LEDs. Now apparently these are tuned to the specific frequencies that plants need to grow. Whether or not that's true, I'm not exactly sure, but for sure there have been grow lights like this for a long time. The only thing new about this one is it's powered via USB. Now you might be asking yourself, well, what is the point in it being USB powered when 99% of the people using this are probably going to plug it into the wall? Well, for me, I like it because I can use a decent quality USB adapter that I know isn't going to catch on fire or break after 2 weeks or anything like that, because some of this stuff that you buy from China, they put a built-in power supply and that might break after say 3 months. The LEDs themselves, they're still good. All the wiring's okay, it's just the power supply. So I can see the benefit in having a standard USB connector on here so we can connect it to our own power supply. Now you might be wondering, how much power does it consume? Well, let's use my watt meter to find out. So on the lowest setting, it consumes just 1.5 watts. That's very little electricity. Let's go to the high setting. Okay, so on the high setting, that's a huge difference. That's consuming 8.4 watts. So the low setting is extremely low at just like 1.6 watts. And then the high setting, again 8.3 watts. So that's a huge difference between the low setting and the high setting. Now it's all well and good me sitting here saying, yeah, it's a grow light, you can grow plants indoors, it uses this much electricity, it's tuned for the frequency of plants, blah blah blah, but that doesn't mean anything. The proof is in the pudding. So today I'm going to start some chili seeds and we're going to grow them indoors using nothing but this light. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting experiment and that will really put this thing to the test. And this is where it's going to live for the experiment. This is a cupboard. If I close this door, you'll see that it's going to be completely closed off like that. So there'll be no natural light going in here, but there will be some air, which of course it also needs. Now I'm going to show you this. Don't know how well you can see this on camera, but there's one tiny little sprout in there. It's kind of thrown off by the light here. Let me turn that off, and then maybe we'll get a more natural look in here. So there you go, you can see there's one small sprout, and I'm just running the light on the low setting at the moment since there's not much growing. In fact, I think that's the high setting and this is the low setting. So let's close the doors and we'll just check on it every few days. It's been 4 days since the last clip. Let's check how the plants are doing. And wow, you can see they've really grown a bit. Let me bring it out into better lighting. So you can see we've got 3 big plants. We've got this one here, which I believe was the first one to come up, and then this one here, and then this one here. There's also a little sprout down the bottom, so I don't know if another one's going to come up. But so far, they seem to be doing quite well. Let's put it back in the cupboard. So it's been 6 days since the last video and the plants are really coming along nicely. I've still got the light set to the lowest setting, but I have run it 24/7. These plants haven't had any downtime. Now from what I've read, it's okay to do that when they're just starting out, but if you try to do that long term, it's going to cause damage to the plants. They do need time to sleep. Now let me bring them out so you can get a better look at them. And I'm not sure how easily you'll be able to distinguish, but there's actually 3 separate plants there. Of course they're all chili, but I planted I think around 6, 7, 8 seeds, and these are the 3 that have come up, and there's really no more sprouts coming up. So we've got 3 good ones and they are growing very well. But if you look at the topmost one here, you can see there is a little bit of curling on the leaves. Now I'm not sure if that's due to too much water, too little water, or if they were just too close to the light, because for a couple of days I had the light quite close because I didn't realize how far far they'd grown. And then I raised it up like this. So I don't know, maybe it's a heat issue, maybe it's a water issue. To be honest, I'm not too sure. And although I've grown chilies before, I've never grown them indoors. Now some people that I've showed pictures to have said, oh, you need to transplant them to a bigger pot, but I don't think I need to. I think they're still, you know, pretty small and don't really have to be transferred yet. But if you have your own opinion, put it in the comment section down below, and if you have any idea why the leaves might be curling, also let me know. Now I can't actually remember what type of chilies these were, but I'll find out and then I'll put it as a video overlay, so that might also help people give me some tips. But I think for now I'm going to call it a day on this video, because the grow light is working. Is it going to work long term? I'm not sure, but I don't want to, you know, wait months and months to release this video. So I'll release this now, and then I can put an update in the video description, perhaps do a follow-up video in the future of how the plants are doing. So if you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.